Okay, so right now it is 11:59, Thursday, February 27th. So it's about to turn midnight. So I wanted to start recording before midnight comes because I want to, just because, even though I'm still posting every day, but whatever. Today I learned about loving others, but I feel like it's very easy to feel like a bad friend around your friends. And I've kind of just been struggling with that. And I've been struggling with just looking at everything I'm doing wrong because it feels like, specifically for me, I feel like I'm a bad friend because I'm always negative. It just feels like I'm more negative than positive a lot of the time, if not all the time. And it feels like I'm not truly, I don't care as much as I should, kind of thing. So just for various reasons, I just feel like I'm a bad friend. And I do think that other people experience this, and I have gotten comments about this. But today, or last night really, I was thinking about that. And then this morning on my phone, I got like a little thing of the verse of the day, right? So I get that from my Bible app. And it was 1 John 3:18, which says, "Little children, let us not love in word or talk, but in deed and in truth." And that was very, very useful for me because it feels like a lot of times I am just loving in word and talk. I'm just telling people I love them, but I don't truly show that in my deeds. It feels like I don't truly show it in my deeds as much as I should. Yeah, it can be very easy to just be a bad friend. It's very easy to just be very absorbed with yourself, right? And I do think that part of trying to not be a bad friend is just caring, right? And just being invested in the other person's lives, which I do think I do, right? And I'm sure you do as well, even if you do think you're a bad friend. But I think that it can be very easy to use our friendship as just like a words and talks thing, which is great, right? That's a blessing. But I feel like a lot of times when I'm talking with my friends, it's very negative, but also like it's obviously a blessing to be able to talk and like call people and just like talk about life and like what we're struggling with, or maybe what we're not struggling with, what's been a blessing in our lives, just like getting vulnerable, that kind of thing, right? Just like opening yourselves up, because that's honestly what builds a relationship, right? You can build relationships by being vulnerable and just like showing who you really are and trying to love who the other person really is, right? But like I said, it's very easy to just do that in word or talk, and I think this is very applicable in just saying I love you to like your siblings or your friends or whatever, because I feel like I do that a lot and I try to do that a lot. But love is an action. It is not a word, right? It's an action, and you need to be making sure that you are not only in word and talk, but also in deed and in truth. Because it's not only, it doesn't just say in deeds, but also says in deeds and in truth. So it's truth and deeds, right? So it's not only with your actions, but also with the words you speak and the truth that you speak, right? So I think that's the first thing that I was thinking about. And also kind of just like food for thought. This is just a general food for thought that I just consistently come back on. I'm always like talking about it with my sisters and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just a very interesting food for thought kind of thing, just like love languages. Because it's definitely not only applicable to like romantic relationships. It's definitely applicable to just anyone, like family, friends, relationships, right? Just your connection with another person. You have different love languages for your connections with other people. And I think just figuring out like what are your love languages, what are your friends' love languages, because oftentimes if our love language is something that we like to receive, then it's often the thing that we like to give, right? If you don't know what the 5 love languages are, it's quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, gift giving, and acts of service. And I think I am a huge quality time person. I feel like everyone has a little bit of everything. Like I do think that I have a little bit of physical touch. And I do think that I do have a little bit of words of affirmation in there. But it's just interesting to think about like what kind of love languages do you have and what do your friends have, and how can you like honestly like how can you use that, right? Like how can you use that to your advantage? I think it's really useful to think about what other people's love languages are, because it's helpful to, if you're trying to do something really nice for them, right? If you're trying to love indeed, then you can figure out, okay, what are their love languages and how can I love them in that way, right? To indeed. So I think that's a great way to kind of try to love indeed, right? By seeing like what are their love languages, what do they like to receive and give, and that kind of thing. And a lot of times it's very obvious. Like, it's not like you need to ask them. A lot of times it's just very obvious through their behavior, if you spend enough time with them, right? So yeah, that's just kind of something I've been struggling with, just like trying to not be a bad friend and trying to just be very invested in other people's lives and really love them, not just in word or talk, but in deed and in truth. So that is what I learned today. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on like love languages and stuff, because I think it's a very interesting concept and it's just very fun and interesting to think about. And I just do think that it is important to try to figure out, like, if you're trying to love indeed, then try to figure out what other people's love languages are, right? And love through that, right? Because often the same love language that we like to give is the same one that we like to receive. So I don't know, just some food for thought. If you feel like you're being a bad friend, then first of all, it's probably not as bad as you think, because a lot of times when I say that to my friends, they're like, oh, you're not a bad friend. Now I don't know if that's 100% like they're just being nice, but I'm never thinking of my other friends as being bad friends, right? Just think about your friends. Like, you don't think of them as being bad friends. I guarantee you none of your friends are thinking of you as a bad friend. But it is good to be concerned about that, right? We don't want to just be a bad friend and not know about it, right? So if you feel like you're being a bad friend, then I would just say like 1 John 3:18, right? Let me say it again. Let us not love in word or talk, but in deed and in truth. I just think that's a great verse to remind you of what love really is, right? And how you can love and how you can strive to be a better friend through that. I think it's in, 1 Corinthians about like love is patient, love is kind, that kind of thing. I'll put the verse up here. So I think that's also a very helpful verse to think about, like, are you loving your friends and your family and your partners in that way, right? So that's what I have to say for today. That's what I learned today. If you found it helpful, then I'd love a like and a comment. Love to hear your thoughts on like the love languages, and if you're also struggling with this and what has worked for you, right? So I'd love that in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. This video is the video I posted yesterday where I talked about kind of the one, if I had to give away like one kind of motto that you can use in any situation for any day, then that's what I talk about in this video. You can subscribe in that corner, and if you subscribe, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Love others. Bye.